And then let me bring the people in. Let's see, too many people here today. Let's see. Okay, they're coming up. They're lining up. Welcome to Multifamily on Zoom. As always, I really appreciate you coming here and spending some time with us. And this afternoon, we have a special guest who's going to talk about real estate, but in a different way. Basically, going to blow your mind. And that is the idea, to kind of make you think and make you go beyond, um, your comfort zone. That is the deal, because until we can do that and break that glass. And that's when, you're gonna go through those pain, and how go in pain, that's how you go, right? So as you know, go ahead and put your information in there. Make sure, put your information, contact information, interact with each other, and then last but not least, make sure you show your face. I feel like when we interacting with each other, when we can see each other, is better. And also, for those of you that are going to Ultimate Partnering in Dallas next week, next Thursday, Friday. So we're having a meetup for our people. So since we're not going to be here, so we're not going to be on Zoom, we're going to be meeting with each other, networking with each other rather, since we're going to be in Dallas. And we're not going to have a multifamily on Zoom virtually, but rather we're going to have one in person over there in Dallas at the lobby. I'll be sending all the information at the time, and then we can interact with each other. But make sure you guys open your camera. Don't be camera shy so we can see each other. With that being said, let me introduce you guys our guest. Our guest today is Conrado Mendez. I met Conrado a couple of weeks ago at a summit in Florida where I was a speaker, and he was also a speaker. And I thought that was a good idea to bring him here and talk to you guys. And as you know, today we're talking about creative financing. I see Sean here. Sean, maybe I'm sure you would like this as well, since you do fix and flip. So, Conrado Mendez is an Argentinian real estate investor and entrepreneur with a strong presence across multiple U.S. states. He specializes in fix and flip project and creative financing strategies, leveraging innovative acquisition structures to maximize return and minimize risk. With over a decade of hands-on experience, Conrado has successfully implemented advanced acquisition methods, including lease option to purchase, subject to and seller financing, unlocking hidden value in both residential and investment grade properties. He holds a bachelor's degree in business administration and an MBA, which provide him with a strong foundation in strategic planning, financial engineering, and operational execution. Conrado is also a proud member of Owners Club, one of the most respected and influential real estate investor network in the United States, where he actually collaborates with top-tier professionals and thought leaders nationwide. Additionally, Conrado is the co-founder of AIRE, which is Artificial Intelligence in Real Estate, a disruptive platform where he leads the development of a fully automated system for the generation, acquisition, and disposition of real estate opportunities. The cutting-edge solution enables his strategic partners across various states to consistently access high-quality deal and investment opportunity driven by AI-powered system. All right. So, Conrado, you have the floor. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sus. Uh, Welcome, everyone. Thank you for having me here in your community. I know you're doing great things in the multifamily space, and you're a great investor. We have a really good connection from the beginning, and it's a pleasure to be here. Today, I'm going to be talking about my passion. This is something I'm doing for more than 10 years, and I want to share this with your community. That's the idea.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. When you're ready, let me know. I can start my presentation. I don't know if we have to wait for other
Oh no, we
people,
are ready. Go
or I
ahead.
can start. I can
Yes,
start
go
whenever
ahead.
you.
Take it away. Go ahead and start.
Okay, let's start over. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, right?
Yes, you can share your screen.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna start my presentation. Let me put this in order. I'm gonna put this here. Okay. My name is Conrado Mendez. I'm Argentinian real estate investor, entrepreneur, and really when the people ask me, what are you doing? I'm a problem solver. Basically, this is what I'm doing, I'm trying to solve people problems. And basically today we're going to be talking about the future of real estate with AI and creative finance. This is something that not all the people know about it. I'm very surprised that many real estate agents, they don't know too much about creative financing, and it's an amazing tool. Basically, creative financing, and what we're going to be talking today is about how to close more deal with less on your own money. And that is very, very important more in these days. I'm going to talk with about my first deal. My first deal, why my first deal? Because, uh, listen, I arrived to this country 10 years ago from Argentina with no money on my pocket, only $3,000. My two kids, 2 years old, 1 years old, my wife, and many dreams. But we had to start from the scratch, and that was tough at the beginning. I was working as a landscaper, my wife working cleaning hotels. I mean, that was a very tough beginning, but uh, I knew that something big gonna happen in this country. That's the line of opportunities, and what happened is I met a beautiful lady that was my angel, and that was Tony Strain. That was a Mexican realtor that gave me an opportunity, incredible opportunity to be with her in a real estate training. That real estate training was about lease options. There was more trainings, but the most important idea at that time was the lease option to purchase strategy with the Rich Dad Poor Dad people, the Robert Kiyosaki team, with the lead legacy education. When I did that training, when I started, you know, uh, at the beginning, I said to my partner at that time, listen, this is so expensive. That was $30,000 training. And I said, it's all right with 3,000. How is it possible to do it? And she believed in me and she said, I'm going to invite you as a partner and you're going to pay me with deals. And that's amazing. And I paid to her very fast because we did amazing things together. We're still being friends, but that was an opportunity that appeared in my life, and this is how appeared this deal. That property was in Charleston, South Carolina, and that was my discovery in creative financing. Basically, that property that was located in Charleston, I'm going to show you because all the time you had to show real examples, right? This property, I arrived to South Carolina. Imagine Charleston, South Carolina, what we call Gringoland. I mean, my first language is Spanish. I didn't have English at all. I need to learn the language, and basically, um, like you, Zeus, you need to you learn, a lot of things about uh this country, but you have the language. I didn't have the language at all. I need to learn, English, and that was a very big challenge at the time. This property, uh, that was a property in South Carolina, and that was a beautiful house, almost 1,500 square feet, 3.2. Right now, Zillow says that the value is $316,000, right? But when you see that property, and I have beautiful memories in that property, is where my kids played and they grew over there. It's an amazing house, and that was my first property, right? Thanks for of creative financing. Uh, what happened at the time? Okay, my realtor friend, she introduced me a lady that she has a problem, she has a situation, right? And as a problem solver, I saw what happened. Their motivation, her motivation was She was trying to sell the house with her as a realtor. Everything was fine. They have the buyer, they have everything to make this possible. And at the last moment, the appraisal was bad. I mean, the price was less than they were expecting. And for that reason, at closing, because she didn't have equity, enough equity on the property yet, because she just purchased the house, and the only motivation she had was moving to Columbia, South Carolina. Basically, what was the problem she had? Basically, she was trying to avoid to pay two mortgages, right? Two mortgages. And that was very painful for her, and but at the same time she didn't want to put money on from her pocket at closing. That makes sense. For the reason, uh, she was very upset with the situation. The appraisal was bad, and in that was in the middle of something she couldn't solve. And I gave to her a solution, and I said, listen, what if, look at this property, it's beautiful, right? Corner house in that in a very nice subdivision in Charleston, South Carolina. In few words, what I did is I tried to see, okay, what can be a solution for this lady and how we can make this possible. Really, the solution was trying to create uh, basically an option for her. And the option for her was, what about if I paying your mortgage payment? That was the paying, correct? The mortgage payments, but I'm gonna do this. Imagine at that time I didn't have money, I didn't have credit at all. Zero credit, nothing. My credit score was nothing. And I said, okay, what if I can lease this property from you with an option to purchase this house? And she said, okay, lease with option to purchase. But how does it work? Okay, basically, I'm gonna be your tenant, but I'm gonna be a normal tenant. I'm not gonna be a normal tenant. I'm gonna be a tenant who has the right to purchase this house in the future when I, fix my credit score and I can execute the option trying to get a traditional loan. Do you follow me? And at that time, I said, okay. She said, perfect. And but what happened with my next mortgage payment? Don't worry about it because you can show to your bank that you are collecting a rent. And with this proof, your debt to income ratio going to improve. And basically, you're going to have, right, the option to get another loan in Colombia. And she said, oh my God, that sounds great. And she called the bank. She asked to the bank. The bank says, yes, perfect. Someone else is paying to you a monthly rent payment. Bring me the lease. That's going to be the proof that you have that extra income and we can give you a loan in Colombia. And it's that what happened. She was happy. And I said to her, okay, but we're going to structure this in this way. And this is the incredible part about creative financing, that there's no limit. The limit is your creativity. The limit, what I did is, okay, let's make a lease option, but the option to purchase price, that means how much I'm going to pay to execute the option to purchase the property, going to be the mortgage balance at the time to execute the option. I'm going to repeat. Going to be the mortgage balance at the time to execute the option. That means, in few words, I'm going to be creating my own equity without credit. Because every time I make a payment that in theory was a rent, I was paying toward the mortgage. That makes sense? When I entered in the lease option, the loan balance was at the time was 186, right? When I execute the option 2 years later, the option to purchase was 160. I mean, I created from the scratch $26,000 equity for myself, not for her. That makes sense? And and I after 2 years, I have a beautiful 750 points in my credit score from scratch to that credit score, and I went to a normal loan, normal bank, and I took my mortgage at 2.5%. That was amazing. It was, there was at that time, very low interest rate, and I purchased the house and start paying $900 for that beautiful property. And because I have a really good credit score, the only I had to put at closing was the 3.5% down payment. That's amazing, right? And and because of that is I started, understanding. that my aha moment basically is the day I realized I would never again depend only on banks. That makes sense? And now that was the aha moment. I said, oh my God, this is so powerful. An immigrant with zero credit, you know, with I was barely speaking English, right? But I had the knowledge to know how to do it. Now, what was the problem at that time? The problem that I have a lot of sellers right now. Basically, the banks blocks opportunities, put high down payments and slow approvals right now. Mortgage application rejected, right? And the consequences, the sellers in distress with no exit. I mean, there's a lot of people in a big trap right now in this market. Right now, we are again in a buyer market, and the sellers are in a big trap. There's no exit for them, and they are in the middle of something. They don't have equity, they don't have the money to pay the mortgage, or for some situation, they need to sell this property and they can't. That makes sense? Now, that's the seller phase, right? And what happened is appear the solution. Basically, creative finance is the solution. Why? Because for some reason the E disappears. Sorry, it's finance. The solution, the strategies outside the traditional bank system, right? A flexible win-win solution and fast, low capital transaction. That is the key of creative financing. Outside the traditional bank system, flexible. We're trying to find a win-win solution, exactly like I explained to you with that seller. I offered to her the solution. What was the solution? Offer to fix the pain. The pain from her, what was the pain? Pay two mortgages, right? Don't qualify for the mortgage in Columbia, South Carolina. You follow me? Please put in the side chat yes or no if you're following me. I'm gonna see
Yes, we
your.
are following you. Come on, guys,
Oh,
say put something in the chat.
come on. I want to see. I'm seeing your faces that you're following me, but that's good. Then we're gonna have time for the Q&A part, right? Um, but it's important to learn or to know the differences about traditional versus creative. And traditional, we know the traditional part, bank loans, strict requirements, high down payments, right? The creative part, there's a really, really, really cool option. Why? Because we have many options to apply. Can be a seller financing when we have people with no debt, and the property is free and clear. We can structure seller financing completely, and this, what I'm talking right now, can be applied in residential and multifamily space as well. Subject to the existing loan, basically, the subject to means that is the most important part to understand is that the owner or the borrower stay in the loan, stay in the note, right? And because there's two things what we need to understand. The difference between there's a lot of people confused all the time, deed of trust versus deed. The deed, is, what is the ownership of the property. And the deed of trust is the debt, how much money, I owe to the bank. This distinction is so crucial, so important. Why? Because one thing is the debt, one thing is the ownership. The owner gonna stay in the debt, but we're gonna take the ownership of the house. This is subject to the existing loan. Let's say like Sus has a property, right? And for some reason she cannot pay, the mortgage payments. She's behind on the mortgage payment, and if she doesn't pay, basically what's gonna happen? The bank gonna foreclose the house, right? If that happen, Sus gonna say, "Oh my God, I need a solution. I need to do something with this." Basically, what is the solution? Sell the house, but the house needs repairs. Oh my God, I don't have the money to make those repairs. But okay, I can put the house on the market. But what happened when they put the house on the market, all the people that make offers from that to the houses are investors, and investors are offering what? Low ball offers. And this is the trap. You follow me? Please put in the side chat if you follow me in that part. Amazing. Now, what is the solution? The solution is okay, we can offer to you an option that we can get the ownership, but you still don't know. That is the subject to the existing loan. Everybody understood what is that with my explanation? Please comment in the side chat. Let me, okay. Let me see the side chat. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see. What is the next step? The key strategy. We talk about subject two, we talk about seller financing, we talk about, the hybrid. What is the hybrid? When there's some properties where uh can you hear me? Because I see that's a little frozen the image. Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
We can hear you.
Okay, for a moment the image was frozen.
No, we
Okay,
can
I guess
hear
I
you.
lost you. Okay. What is the situation right now? We have different options. Subject to, we said take over the system payment, seller financing, sellers become the bank, right? Lease option is that what I explained to you, I did in my first deal, that is control without owning the property, right? Sometimes control is most powerful than ownership. And the hybrid structures, basically, let's say the property has some equity, and the person says, okay, hey, listen, my house has $300,000 equity. I don't want to let it go. Okay, Mr. Seller, we can offer you an option that take the subject to for one side and give you an option for the sell for your equity. And we're gonna create an equity program taking care of your equity, and you can earn more money than you were expecting. And that is a great news for sellers for two things. First of all, we protect their equity. And the second thing, because we can offer to them some interest, right, over those payments, at the end, they're going to make more money. And for tax purpose, it's better because if you have to really disclosure to the ARS that you receive a chunk of money at once is different if you're receiving in payments. That makes sense?
Yep.
Please put in the side chat. Yes, Conrado, I'm with you. I'm lost. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Sean. Okay. Now let's return to the part. We set the key strategies, right? And now we need to see the benefits. Basically, when we're saying the benefit, we are basically doing, let me reach that part. Um, and we talk about creative financing, the different kind of creative financing, what is the difference between traditional and creative. And right now, we're going to talk about what are the benefits. And the benefits basically close more deals faster. Imagine you don't need a lot of capital to make it. The second thing, well, the less capital require win-win for both parties, right? And create opportunities when banks say no. Create opportunities where banks say no. What is the best way to learn something? With an example. Let's check in case study. This is a property in Tampa, Florida. The problem, if you want to, take notes, that's great, and you're gonna learn exactly how this works. I'm gonna try to explain this very, very easy. Sellers owe 660,000, loan in default, right? They are behind in payments, 25K in arrears. What arrears means? Basically, it means payment, penalties, legal fees, right? It's what happens when you are behind on payments. The property appraised at 987,000. That was good for the seller. They say, okay, I owed 660,000. I got an appraisal in my hands for 987,000. That means I have a bunch of equity. But my question to you guys is this: what happens if you cannot sell the property? You can take that equity, or is something that is in the air? You cannot cash out the equity, correct? Please put in the side chat, if you have equity on the in a property, right? And basically you cannot sell the property. You cannot cash out that equity. That is something that is there, but I cannot attach it, right? I can make some things. Yes, I can make it. But what happens if the house needs some repairs? Lenders don't want to be involved in properties with that needs repairs. Sellers, they don't want to pay for a house, right, that needs repair the most of the time the price the sellers are requesting. Now, there was a big problem for them. And basically the seller finance, the seller right now was facing foreclosure. That means the equity whip out. I mean, if you go to foreclosure, say goodbye to the equity. Say hello, bye-bye, right? And right now, the recent price, like I told you, 987, we have $327,000 spread to be unlocked. We created a structure. What we did is this. The investor take over the $660,000. That is the subject to, right? The original note, he's in the note for that's the money they owe, right? The seller owed. Arrears covered by me? No, by my partners, by private partners that are willing to make this because we have a bunch of equity on this property and we're going to secure this, in a second position lien. Do you follow me? To the private money, please put in the side chat if you follow me. And obviously, create your question for the Q&A question. Q&A, sorry. Um, Obviously, no cash out of investor pocket. Arrears are financed, no paid personally. Equity participation gonna be, this is what we arrange with the seller. Hey, Mr. Seller, you're gonna be, you're gonna pass from be right now in a very distressed situation, almost putting everything in risk, your house, your credit, your equity, saying goodbye to your equity to give you 20% of the equity we can generate in this property. Obviously, the seller gonna say, "Oh my God, where do I have to sign?" Right? And this is the scenario right now. Profit split. We're gonna keep the property, make some little repairs, right, and resale for $1 million, right? Let's say the gross sale is $1 million. The loan payoff 660. Remember, we pay for the arrears. That means we reinstate the mortgage, right? That means we put the mortgage current, and right now everything is good with the bank. We have the time to do it, but who is the owner? We are the owners right now. That was a subject to transaction. They give to us the ownership. They stay in the node. We are the owners. You follow me? Please put in the side chat if you follow me. Nice. Now, the arrears, we said the arrears 25,000. Obviously, for simplicity, we don't want to include, all the payments we want to make to our investors, right? But our investor needs some money. But let's say for simplicity, $25,000 plus some interest we need to pay. The net equity will be 315 less that those interests, right? The equity participation split, we said 80-20, that was an agreement. That means from the seller, he gonna get from 0 to 63,000. Imagine, right? And for the investor, put in zero money, zero, because the money were collected from private investors, right? We collected $252,000 on the deal. That is the win-win situation. Loan restated, foreclosure stopped. Seller keep upside 63,000 instead of zero. Investor gain control, zero on money invested. What does this mean? I want to stop here. That is very important. I am obsessed with this. I want that you put in the side chat, right? What happened if you're making an investment and you put $0 and you get $1 in return? What is the return on investment of that investment? That makes sense. My question, you understand my question? If I make an investment where I put zero and I get $1 in return, how much is my ROI? Please put in the side chat. I'm curious to know about the answers. Let me see. Let me check the answers. I don't see answers. Come on.
Come on, guys, put your
Come on,
answers.
come on. I put zero. I put zero. Okay. And I get $1 in return. How much is the return on investment? Come on. Not doesn't matter. Trying to make it right because this is important. And you never gonna forget this lesson. I
So
promise.
you want the difference from the 1 million? Is that
No,
what you're
no,
saying?
no. I said I'm gonna make this more simple, right? If I make an investment where I put zero, zero, right, from my
Mhm.
pocket,
Right.
and I win, let's say, obviously here in this deal, we win 252,000. But let's say I win $1 and I put zero. How much is the ROI, the return on investment? Come on, let's put. I need to see some answer. Doesn't matter that it's a mistake or you feel that it's grown.
I
Okay.
know everybody wins.
Okay. One put infinite. Okay. Everybody wins. I like that answer. Okay. Okay. I like that answer. Okay. Come on. Come on. More answers.
252, 252,000. That's not what you said.
No, no, no. I'm saying more simple. Let's say, okay, we can talk about this investment, but let's say, you know, this is my question. If I'm doing an investment, okay,
Uh-huh.
where I have to put zero from my pocket, from my money,
Okay.
okay, and I get $1 in return, how much is the ROI? Someone said infinite, and other
One
people say
dollar.
how much? How much?
I know
Come on,
$1. You got $1. So $1.
one.
Yes. From zero, you
One
got
right there.
one.
Okay, the correct answer, okay, the correct answer is infinite.
Oh,
It's infinite. Why? Because make this in your calculator, you know, and you're gonna see that if you apply the ROI formula, right, when you divide something for zero, it's infinite.
oh, from zero. Okay. But you said $1. So
No,
that's
you
why
get
I
one
got the.
dollar, but I get $1 and I put zero. Okay. I mean, listen, it's infinite. And that is the most important lesson I learned in my life. That happened when I finished my career in business administration. I have in front three teachers in front of me, and they asked me the same question. And I was hesitating for a while. And that was the last question to become a bachelor degree at the time. But like I said, it's important to know this. Why? Because that's the secret of really be wealthy in real estate. That older people money all the time, OPM, other people money is the only way to scale, is the only way to grow, is the only way to make really good businesses. Everybody follow me? Please put in the say chat. Yes, 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 Conrado. Come on. I want to do it. Okay, I love it. Okay, come on, more yes, more yes. Everybody understood
Boy,
this?
yeses, guys. Boy, yeses. Come on. Light up the chat.
Okay, and we are in this study case, and we created a true win-win situation. That situation with the loan restated, with sellers keeps upside in 63,000. Imagine the situation from the seller. The seller love us, love us. You know, they were in almost a foreclosure situation, and right now they have 63,000 in their pocket. Amazing, right? Why? Because we are trying to solve a problem, to give a win-win situation. We knew there was an equity there in a big trap, right? And we fix them out. Are you there, guys? I guess I lost them.
Yes.
Okay, okay, because the image is frozen. Okay, um, now I'm gonna continue with the presentation.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. Now I want to introduce you guys something that is after we see everything in this presentation about creative financing. Obviously, please uh, create your questions. I don't know how much time do we have, Suze, because I need to know this. Let me know if we are good with the time.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. Okay, we see the case study, and now we're gonna um, we're gonna talk about something that is my obsession right now. That is how to create the most efficient systems, right? Trying to find deals of market, and for the reason I'm working very hard in obviously using the most revolutionary thing right now in the world, that is artificial intelligence, right? Uh, Artificial intelligence is are okay. Are you listening to me? Yes. Okay. Artificial intelligence is my program, my system is called AIRE, means artificial intelligence real estate. It's an AI-powered system for nationwide deals, scan of market properties, filter by exact buy box. You know, guys, it's important to know exactly what I'm trying to purchase in the market. I need to have a criteria, right, to purchase. I'm very conservative, believe me. My deals are good deals because I'm very conservative at the time to purchase the deal. Basically, for example, for a cash deal, my requirement is 70% of the after repair value less the repairs. Imagine. If that fit for me, is because that fit for any other investor in the whole country, right? Uh, this is my buy box. Obviously, we are purchasing in different states, in South Carolina, in South Florida, and Texas. Right now, my goal is trying to reach the 50 states in the following 5 years. Analyze and create structures and matches with investors. That is important. And the benefit of this system basically is exclusive of market opportunities, automated calls, text, and deal analysis. That is something futuristic. That's amazing when an AI agent is calling you or sending text messages, or and it's very hard to identify if you are talking with a human or a machine. That's amazing. Nationwide Bird Dog Network and backed by Owners Club. I'm part of one of the most important real estate groups. It's called Owners Club. We are in different part of the country, and my idea is trying to obviously create really good partnership with all that community. And but basically, this is my introduction about creative financing. I hope that you like it. This is my contact information. This is my QR code. If you want to, when you enter to that QR code that you can scan, basically what you're gonna enter is to my Blink card. In my Blink card, you have all my information, my email, my website, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, WhatsApp. If you want to connect, you are very welcome to do it. Um, and and that's it. This is what I'm trying to show you today. Please, if you have questions, you can ask whenever you want. And Sus, you can obviously organize this Q&A.
Hey, thank you so much, Conrado, not only for being here, but for explaining, um, for deeping into um creative financing. However, I mean, our platform mostly is multifamily people that are here, and some of them have passed that residential or single family. And but one of the reason I brought you here, I thought some people would like to know, especially using AI nowadays, will make things such as wholesaling and um getting a property and fix it, or getting a property and hold it as a legacy property, right? So, as far as AI, can you talk a little bit more about it? I know you mentioned as futuristic, but have you been using that AI already? And if you do, were you able, um, to get property, and how is that working for you so far? Where are you in that state, in that platform?
Okay, thank you for your question. Yes, we are using this for our purpose only, for our team. Basically, what we're using right now, most of the time, is text messages, automated text messages, and AI is interacting with realtors or with sellers using, text messages. And it's incredible, how the AI can do. Um, you can program the AI to respond exactly like a human, right? With the pause that a human make at the time to answer a text, or make mistake when they are writing, or crazy things that we are doing right now, trying to obviously create the most natural environment, right? That the people feel that you are not interactive with an AI in text messages. um, yes, we are doing this. We are doing, we have an option that basically we are automating what is called LOI blasters. We are sending, LOIs to realtors with the two options, the cash offer and the creative financing option. And we have obviously the feedback from the realtors and trying to say, oh, in this market right now, I'm trying to sell this house. We can't. And what is the worst scenario for a realtor? What do you think?
Are they able to sell a property? I mean,
Exactly, exactly. An expired list, right? Because it's their reputation obviously the seller gonna be mad with that realtor, right?
yes.
Okay. And for a reason, we are a really good solution for a lot of realtors. They are trying to find a solution. We honor the realtor commission. We're trying to find win-win situation with realtors, sellers, right? With everybody. But yes, we are using the system to find our own deals, right? This is the answer for your question.
All right. So, when you use that system, so like, I know at which point the human will take over. Yes, you guys send text and all this stuff, but at which point you guys will figure it out. And I'm sure you guys have some way, but through your process, at what point where you guys take over, is that, I don't know, give me any scenario if that will make it clearer for me.
Okay, you have different stages. If you're facing a motivated seller, we train our AI that they can, for example, they can trying to find the real motivation. I train my AI to know exactly how to find the real motivation. This is the most important thing. Doesn't matter if you're trying to sell a house. I need to know what's going on behind the scenes. Why? Is it debt? Is it divorce? Is you're behind on payments? what is the time frame? I mean, basically the whole thing. What is the condition of the property? How much, how much money do I have to spend in repairs? I need to know exactly what's going on. And I need to know the price from the seller. I train my eye never give an offer until the end. Never. Okay? Because we need to see what the seller wants first, what are their needs, what are their problems, right? And try to solve their problems. This is the way, right? And the AI is start making calibrated questions, right? Okay, why are you trying to sell your house? What is the four pillars, right? I need to know when you want to sell the house, what is the condition of your house, if you have debt, right? And what is the real motivation? Again, the most important thing here is we are trying to train the AI to sound as natural as a human. Obviously, there are some stages where you need to make a human escalation. But when this happens, is because you have a hot lead. And when you have a hot lead, you scale this to the acquisition manager. That makes sense?
Okay, that sounds good.
Do you
Um,
supply the AI with the list?
okay.
Hmm?
Sean, go ahead.
I didn't see you, Sean.
I said, do you supply the AI with the list or does it create it itself?
The
I had
list.
to turn it off because my bandwidth is not
Oh,
giving
yeah,
me
yeah,
enough
yeah.
to
No, don't
talk
worry.
and view at the same time.
Yeah, you're talking about the list, right? Yeah, we provide the list to the system. We can scrap list from using system. We are using most of the time batch leads. We are using prop stream, different sources of list with different criteria. Can be pre-foreclosure, can be, code violations, can be. We can find another list, right, and from the county as well, right, with some tax issues or tax violations or whatever. Code enforcement.
Okay. Any other question? Are you satisfied with with the answer, Sean? Sean, you're on mute.
Mhm.
If you're talking, I cannot hear you.
Sean.
All right. Any other question? Anybody? We have 7 minutes to roll. If we have questions about
Okay,
creative
Sean is back. Sean is
financing,
back.
huh?
Sean is back.
No, he's there, except I can't. He's been there, except when I ask him, but he's on mute though. He's muted, so I don't know.
Mhm.
He's not answering. He
Hey,
said he
Sean,
cannot.
do you hear my
He
answer?
cannot talk and show his face at the same time. I think the internet is messing. All right, there you go. I guess he's done talking. We were asking if you are satisfied with your answer. I think he's trying to tell us what the thing froze. His internet froze. Well, that's okay. You can put yes or no on the chat. Um, well, I think that was all for our questions so far. I don't see any question in the chat. If you guys have more questions, either put in the chat or raise your hand. And if you guys, as you doing that, I was wondering who's going to UP. I know Bob is going to UP. Who else going to UP? Sean was thinking about it. Sean's still on the
Oh,
fence.
keep put yes, 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 yes several times.
Okay, yeah. Sean, are you coming to UP? Who's coming to UP? You have a question, Joseph? All right, so I will be there at UP. As I said in the beginning, I don't know if you heard it, uh, uh, Bob. We're gonna meet. UP gonna be multifamily on Zoom gonna meet at UP. We're gonna have our own little meetup at the. We don't have a time yet, but so far we put in at the lobby. We're gonna get more information and send it to you guys by Friday, and you guys know where we actually meet it. Um,
At the Velvet
so
Taco, right?
Yeah. I didn't say that. That was you saying that. You love that taco place. I don't know if it's gonna be 2021 all over again. We'll see once we get there.
Yeah, a
I
lot
know
of interesting people there.
2021 people were excited because that was the first going back out to conferences. So yeah. So
And
anyway,
and Con
Joseph, do you have a
can
question?
Con yes, can Conrado put his contact information?
Information?
Yeah.
I will do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, in the chat. Conrado, can you put your contact information in the chat, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
the QR code is there. Can you scan it, guys?
Can you
No,
scan that QR code with your phone?
I cannot.
I just
Sometimes
shared the Blink link in the side chat.
let me see if I can put it myself.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is blank card. Okay, go ahead and put the blank card because put the whole thing.
Let me send you guys the link in the side chat. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
put it in the side chat
Mm-hmm.
because I'm on my phone. Yeah, so that's about it. But anyway, as you guys know, those meetings we have them every week. Again, next week there won't be a virtual meeting, but we will be in Dallas, Texas at UP, which is Ultimate Partnering. And if you have not purchased your ticket yet, this is the last chance to get your ticket to go to UP, okay? And then you get a free pass and you get $200 off if you use my link. Um, it's not too late. The meeting is start on Friday. That's Friday morning. So if you haven't purchased your ticket or anything, so now is the right time to go ahead and do so. So you can share it with a friend or family member or somebody who's daring to you. And we can meet at UP. But if for any reason we cannot meet at UP, we're gonna be here the following Saturday. So we're still gonna have multifamily on Zoom, except we won't be virtual. We'll be more in person because UP is more like a reunion. So a lot of people that come to this meeting come from ultimate partnering conference. I am product of Ultimate Partnering myself. So a lot of the people that come here as speakers, they are from that program as well, I mentor. So therefore, it's gonna be more like a reunion for us and meet with each other. And I know over the years we met a lot of other people. However, we're still gonna be there the following week, the following Saturday. And I think that will be October at that point. It will be October 4th. So we'll be back October 4th virtually. But next week, which is gonna be the 26th of the 27th of September, we will be over there in Dallas, and that's where we'll be meeting and networking with each other. So thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you.
I
Who
see,
say yes? Joseph, are you gonna go to UP?
I see you there.
Okay, so I'll see you. Make sure you guys look for me again. I'm gonna be sending you guys the information in order for us to be meeting. And I'm not running away. I probably will be in Dallas till next Thursday because I have some business going on over there, and I'll be staying in Dallas for the rest of the week. And then I'll be back home on Friday and have our meeting here on Saturday. But nevertheless, make sure we say hi to each other. If you cannot come to my meeting, look for me. There's no way you can miss me at 2 p.m. I'll be in the hallways, always, as always. So let's meet and then let's see each other. Let's interact with each other and let's consolidate those relationships. Again, at UP, when you go to those meetings, you can meet partners. You have tons of lenders. You have SEC attorneys, real estate planning folks, LPs. This is a field for LPs, if you didn't know, if you're raising money. And you have GPs, people you can partner with. I mean, you find it. People now, AI is big. There's a lot of people talking about AI as well. So, and then there's gonna be something that are surprising, like some stuff we didn't know, we didn't see the prior year, and we may see this year. So, if you're not going, um, it's okay. We'll come here and we'll give you a little bit of what happened. But if you come in, we would like to meet you, our meetup. And again, thank you so much, Conrado, for such for your insight when it comes to creative financing. And I think some people here can use it because I know a lot of people that are doing multifamily, but they do Airbnb on the side. I know that they do wholesaling on the side, some way to bring money because sometimes let's put it well. Sometimes the cash flow is not coming fast enough. Sometimes we don't find deal to get things going on. And having those little things on the side help. And when I say little things, they're not really little. It's things that cash flowing on a daily basis. But of course, they're not, as big as a 200 unit. So whatever you're doing, again, thank you so much, Conrado, for this opportunity. And hopefully we can have you here more and hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff done together. And yeah,
whenever you
and
want, only
that's
let me
all that
know.
really matters. Yep. So
Yeah,
you guys
whenever you
have
want.
Conrado information in the chat. Make sure you save the chat, guys. That's another thing. You can save the chat, meaning I know we're gonna be sending you this, but also you can go here where it says the three dots. If you click on it, it's gonna say save the chat. And that way you can save the chat. If there's some information you need in there that's still in there, you want it. And that's about it. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We truly appreciate you as always. We will see you again next week or the following week. Bye. Thank you, Corrado.
Thank you,
Appreciate
thank you,
you.
thank you.
Bye bye.